Disney are fantastic. Disney have produced some of the most beloved and iconic movies and TV of, well, this friggin' century, really. And even the ones they didn't make themselves, they just purchased, like Star Wars. Disney, now the dark mouse-eared emperors of this galaxy far, far away, and every last copyright and trademark their admiral lawyers can think of. Not only that, but they want to own everything and anything any fan says about Star Wars if they so much as use a Twitter hashtag. That's right. Look at this. Just look at this idiot, ridiculous bullshit. By sharing your message with us using hashtag May the 4th,
you agree to our use of the message and your account name in all media and our terms of use. Now witness the power of this fully operational space station!
Now, I'm not a lawyer. In fact, I don't know if I've ever even met a lawyer who didn't deserve a nice square punch right in their larynx for the bullshit that comes spilling out of their mouth. But I'm pretty sodding sure that this in no way can possibly be legally binding, or even legal to claim that it is. You just can't post shit out on the internet. Like, by watching this video, you agree to send me $1,000 a week, and also a nice BJ whenever I ask for one. That's not legally binding. I can't just say that on a video and expect it to be legally true.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was, though?
Now, most of the Disney-made Star Wars stuff since they purchased it has been anywhere from boring and stupid, like really stupid, or an entirely derivative waste of time like Solo, to genuinely some of the absolute very best, top-tier, gold standard Star Wars stuff to ever flicker to life on a screen. I cite the example of the very latest episode of the Star Wars tune.
Oh my god, it is so thrilling good.
And this wild swing in corporate cynicism to genuine artistic achievement is because, alongside Disney being fantastic, they're also pants-shittingly evil, and a corporate monstrosity so moist with Satan's own sweaty excretions that every copywritten footfall sounds like a soaked sponge hitting a linoleum floor. Hello again, I am Blunty, if you didn't notice already, and I, like most of you, have a heartbreakingly duplicitous love-hate relationship with Disney. I love quite a lot of the stuff they make, I hate quite a lot of the stuff they do. But while you're sitting there cynically ignoring my desperate, thirsty pleas for you to please tap on the sub button, do the bell thing, comment, like, share, so the sodding YouTube algorithm will just stop cramming pointy, rusty, lice-infested things up my rectum, I'd like to backtrack on May the 4th for a moment. Now, if you've actually been paying attention to the passage of time while I've been locked inside, April is about to end, which means, inexorably, May is about to begin. Such is the endless march of time as marked out by our Gregorian calendar. This also means the 4th day of May is coming. May the 4th, if you will. Now, in modern countries who know how numbers work, we don't have May the 4th. We have the 4th of May. Because it's more sensible to mark down a specific date with the logical progression of the smallest useful integer, the day, followed by the month, and then, if necessary, the year. Small, bigger, bigger. Sensible. In arse-backwards countries that elect sociopathic sentient mandarins who think maybe drinking bleach is a sound bit of medical research advice, or in countries that consider Bud Light labeling itself as a beer is anything but blatant false advertising, they inexplicably order things from the middle, then the smallest, then the largest. Month, day, year. It's baffling to me. This, of course, though, does give us May the 4th, which is the only reason any person with an IQ higher than the hand-measured height of a Shetland pony would accept this idiotic date format convention. Because May the 4th sounds a bit like May the Force. That thing, what they said a few times in the movies about the whiny farm boy who snogs his sister. May the 4th, as a clever bit of Star Wars-related wordplay, was actually invented all the way back in 1978, or 79-ish, I think. I should have looked this up beforehand. It's a bit of trivia that's stuck in my head since childhood, I think. about Margaret Sodding Thatcher, of all people. I'll leave it to you to Google and find out what that was about. It's actually kind of a kooky story, but mostly it's a fan thing, and while we didn't invent the wordplay, we invented using it as a celebration of all things Star Wars. We latched onto May the 4th as a cute way to mark out a day for celebrating our love and abiding appreciation that we live in a timeline where we get Star Wars. And of course, once the internet was a thing, it took off in a huge way and was a yearly celebration long ago before Disney absorbed Star Wars into their horrific throbbing Tetsuo Borg mass. But of course, Disney's psychopathic hatred of giving fans of any of their properties any agency at all is legendary. So now they are claiming literal legal ownership of the things we say on the internet and of our very own identifying names that we use for ourselves on the internet. They're claiming the legal right to use what we say and make and post about Star Wars for their own promotional purposes. Now, to be fair, and let's be fair about this, while this has absolutely zero chance of standing up in a court of law, even with Disney's notoriously morally corrupt and vile legal teams, it really is just there. They just posted it as a kind of warning, or possibly horse-mouthed invitation, that anything we post about Star Wars using the May the 4th hashtags may just wind up in some official promotional tweets or posts or media or videos or something. Most people, most fans, aren't going to be bothered by that very much. Many fans, I think, would in fact be thrilled by having their comments, their opinion, their fan art featured in an official post on the Star Wars or Disney accounts in any way. Speaking personally, I think I would be. But it's the attempt at legal deception and flat-out lies that get stuck in my inexplicably Jamaican crab claw here. Again, in no way can this tweet magically take away your legal rights to the things you create and what other people get to do with them. Just like if I responded to Disney's tweet and said like, at Disney, by reading this tweet, you have agreed to give me full and complete and irrevocable rights to every property you've ever owned. Your money is now mine. Ha 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 ha. Checkmate, you mouse-eared bitch. But then again, we are talking about the company that is responsible for many of the absolutely most oppressive, anti-consumer, pro-corporation changes to copyright law over the last 70 goddamn years. It's Disney who are responsible for extending the length of copyright again and again and again and again. So eventually nothing will ever fall into public domain ever again. So who knows? Maybe next year they will have the legal right to just claim anything they like as their own if you so much as make a rhyme with the words Star and or Wars. Meanwhile, I think I'll step off my idiot soapbox and muse about how the latest episode of Clone Wars was easily one of the most stunningly well-made chunks of Star Wars I have ever seen. Glorious in literally every way, artistic and technical. It was an achievement. More of that, Disney, if you're still listening, and much less of Daisy Ridley weeping and scowling her way through batshit nonsensical bullshit written clearly without a coherent plan at all by Alzheimer's patients fed exclusively on Adderall and lead-based paint. Thank you, Lord Mickey. All hail the Hypno-Mouse. And all hail those of you who by now have commented, liked, subscribed, belled, and a special hail Megatron to those of you who, well, number one, got that reference, and also go above and beyond and support on Patreon. Your support both monetarily and spiritually means a lot to me. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.